Tide fans, what's going on? Yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. On Monday, huge press conference here. Nick Saban, Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will be inside the Malmore facility, 11 a.m. Central Time, just about, or probably more than likely, every single local and national media personality will be inside the Malmore Athletic Facility as Tua will make his decision on whether he will stay at the University of Alabama, return for his senior season, or will he decide to declare for the 2020 NFL Draft. Now, me personally, and I've talked about this is a huge gamble for Tua. Of course, Tua mentioned this a while back in stating how it's a gamble if he chooses to go to the NFL. The NFL scouts, owners, coaches, GMs have not seen him practice or maneuver on his right hip, of which he dislocated against Mississippi State in the 2019 regular season. So they don't know. You're leaving this in the hands of the team doctors. Hopefully they can get some things done. But right now, it's a gamble if you go pro because you don't know whether you're going to drop in the draft. How far would you drop? How much money could you lose? Things of that nature. If you decide to come back to the University of Alabama and take a gamble, take a bet on yourself, do you risk getting hurt again and hurting, affecting, damaging your stock even more than what's already going on? So, Tua's looking at this through two different spectrums, two different coins, if you will. But for me, if I had to put a prediction on this, do I see Tua staying or do I see Tua going? I think Tua ultimately, I think Tua declares for the NFL Draft. And I know he's been putting a lot of cryptic things on social media, whether it be Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, things like patience, decisions, just things that would make kind of the average Alabama fan wonder, he's thinking about coming back. He wouldn't be putting all these things out there. He wouldn't be saying all of these things if it were not in the cards that he was trying to come back, or he would not be saying these things and doing these things if, in his mind, he's thinking he's going to the NFL. You just don't sit there and play with the emotions of people. So for a lot of you out there, with him putting these cryptic things on social media, in your mind, and it's perfectly natural for you to think that he would be making that move to return to Alabama. Just in my opinion, I see him making this decision to declare for the NFL Draft, just seeing how, with Coach Saban mentioning him during Alabama's time in Orlando, Florida for the Citrus Bowl, Coach Saban mentioning him, Tua Tagovailoa, being the lone top 15 guy in terms of the draft. Now, to me, I still think Jerry Jeudy, at this point, top 5, top 10, he's definitely in that range right now, especially after the way he performed against Michigan. But prior to the game, Tua was the name mentioned as the lone top 15 guy. And when you look at how these contracts are being done nowadays, when the draft picks are concerned, you're looking at the majority of the guaranteed money is in the top 20 of the draft. That's the majority of the guaranteed money. And if Tua goes in that top 15, that is some big coinage for him in making sure that he's getting his pay, he's getting his money, he's getting his just due. And then also, to me, I feel indifferent about the entire situation. If Tua comes back, it's a plus. We all know this. If Tua goes, the experience that Mac Jones got in this past season was very valuable. I mean, we have seen the jump and improvement he's made from being thrown into the fire against Tennessee after Tua hurts his ankle. Mac Jones goes out there then until from that moment to what he did against Michigan, completing 16 for 25 pass attempts for 327 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, stepping up in the pocket, dropping dimes downfield, feeling comfortable running the system, in complete control and command of the offense. So if Tua stays, fine. If Tua goes, that's fine, because you would have Mac Jones, and then with Bryce Young coming in here after the illustrious high school career he had at Mater Dei in California, put on a show in the All-American Bowl, dropping dimes all around the field, stepping up in the pocket, being as athletic as he is, and a guy that, to me, he comes into Alabama, and it depends on how quickly he picks up the system from Steve Sarkisian, and at the same time, how much can he positively affect the players around him to where they want to play with him. They feel like, he's the guy that gives us the best chance to win. How quickly can he do those two things will determine whether or not Bryce Young starts upon, making his arrival on campus, which he's arrived on Sunday. But to end all be all from my endpoint is, I think Tua declares. I think Tua puts his name in the draft hat on Monday and makes that move to declare for the NFL draft. He's had a fantastic career, at Alabama, even with the injuries involved. This was somebody that, rescued the program to a national championship as a freshman in the 2017 season, 2018 game. For the longest of time, Alabama has been known for defense, a power run game, and solid play on special teams. And here comes this guy from Hawaii who comes in here and has changed the culture of how people, think about football. He has changed it to where, the offense has become the more important thing, where you're scoring 40 and 50 and sometimes 60 points at will. And, Alabama fans were not used to that. You were used to, Alabama putting up 20, 30, maybe 40 points every blue moon, and depending on the defense to just destroy, dismantle, suck the soul out of the opposing team. Now you're looking at a group that is just dropping dimes all over the field and scoring touchdowns at will, putting up 50 and 60 plus points. So he has changed the narrative of what you think, how you feel, how you process, how you comprehend Alabama football. But at the same time, if he was to declare for the NFL draft, it would not be a detriment to lose Tua. I still think Alabama can win a national championship with a Mac Jones, with a Bryce Young, with a Tua Tagovailoa, if he is able to, get on the field and throw the football more. So, just my honest opinion, I see Tua making that move to declare for the NFL draft. But fans, what say you? What do you think Tua does? Does he make that move to declare, or does he decide to, tell Nick Saban and the fans and the media that will be in the room on Monday, you know what? I'm not ready yet. I'm going to come back to Alabama, do my rehab, spend my senior year. If I feel like I can play also. So do you see Tua making that move to the next level? Or do you see Tagovailoa coming back to Alabama for his senior year? Definitely leave those comments there on the bottom of the YouTube channel there. Well, this is yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, host of In My Own Words, the podcast, just coming on here, giving my prediction on what I feel like Tua Tagovailoa will do on Monday.